What up, people? It's Nickopz here, and today I want to talk about Kabal. I want to explain why I think this character is the most overrated character in the game. Completely. Now, let's get one thing straight right away. Wait, yes, this one thing. For the most part of this game, I've played Kabal. So this is actually technically my main, but I haven't been playing him that much. And it's because of the reason I said in this video. There is one thing I cannot stand. There's a lot of stuff that I just brush to the side with the community because I feel like it's not worth the time. You know, some ignorance is just not worth pointing out. But there's one thing that really gets to me. It's when somebody or a group of people or a lot of people in the community overrate a character or upplay a character. That to me is worse than downplaying. And it's because the simple fact is you're taking all of this work that somebody's putting in with a character, and then this general statement that boom, this character is OP or top 5, and that statement of sheer ignorance is just so annoying, and it bothers me because all these people who are choosing to play Kabal, and he's a very solid character, they get criticized as if they were playing freaking, what's the character, Jackie or something. And it's actually very dumb, in my opinion, that a lot of people will go that route instead of just doing the actual research. They just believe what, you know, other people that don't know much about the game say, and they just take it from there. But let me go in general, or get more specific, why Kabal is overrated. So, next thing right here. I'm not the only one who thinks this. The best Lao in the world, another pro player named Tweety, and the best Kabal in the world all think that Kabal is an overrated character. So it's not just me. I know everybody, you know, likes to have their other sources, which is fine. But this time, and actually a lot of other times, but it's not just me. A lot of people think Kabal is overrated. Kabal is that character that newer people look at. I'm not even gonna say newer people. Just a lot of people look at as having all these tools and everything, when at the end of the day, he doesn't have much. Like, he's just good at what he does. Doesn't even have that many strings. I'm not even saying that's a big deal. You don't even need a lot of strings to be good. For example, Shinnok. That man literally barely had any strings, and he was amazing. So let's look at Kabal as a base character and see why people overrate him, like, in general. Now, the main thing I think that is the focus point of Kabal is this right here. Mid into overhead. People hone into this string right here and talk about all its strengths without pointing out its weaknesses. So, if you look at this, it has fairly good range with that right there. He has an overhead in it, and it's a -7. That's really good. It's a really decent string. Now, and it's 15 frame startup, if I haven't mentioned that. And you do the whole thing, -7, like I said. But people don't point out the weaknesses of this string. Now, first of all, it just feels very stiff to do. That's because it is the recovery on it is 13. So I'm not 13, 32. And I'm not sure if that's the right way to say, I'm not sure if minus is the right way to put it, but it's 32 of recovery frames if you look at it right here. So that means it takes forever to move if you miss it. That's a weakness of the string. So if you are throwing this string out, you need to make sure it hits, which is not that hard because of all the range, but it can get hard because another thing, this string right here can be duck blocked by I'm pretty sure a good amount of females in the game, and Johnny Cage. So what that means is they can duck and block it. You're not supposed to be able to... Oh wait, they can crouch and it'll whiff. Put it like that. You're not supposed to be able to do that with a mid. A mid should not whiff. So the best way to... Matter of fact, let me show you. It becomes very annoying because you have this tool that essentially is supposed to be a mid that gets treated like highs, like gets treated like a high at random times, and it's actually very, very annoying. So you could be playing a matchup a certain way, and then for a certain character, if they can duck it, the matchup completely changes. Like, people don't realize how big of a change how big of a deal that is on a matchup. Let's just have Johnny duck block. Like that. Now, look at that. That crap whiffs. You see that? Now, it whiffs because the way he's ducking. He ducks and then gets low, as you can see. See how Kabal just goes straight down? He ducks and then gets low. So, all you people who think Johnny wins this matchup, no. I mean, that think freaking Kabal wins this matchup? Nope. Because I can't even use one of my best tools versus him consistently. Just because how he crouches. And there's a few other characters that can also get away with that, but Johnny is the main one because how he crouches. This mid is not treated like a true mid at a lot of times. And the fact that people upplay this mid without realizing that is one weakness is actually annoying. But there's no way for people to know that unless you do your research, which a lot of people don't do. So it's right here. It whiffs on crouching, ducking people sometimes. And I'm pretty sure if you go through some females in the roster, it'll whiff on them too. So, his best tool, this mid. And another thing I did not mention, this mid right here, if you whiff it on their wake up, oh no, you getting punished all day. Like, you have to be sure that that's gonna hit. So the main two weaknesses of that string is the fact that it has horrible recovery, and some people can treat it like it's a high, but nobody points that out. People need to start pointing some of these weaknesses out. Now, the strength is obviously the range and the fact that it has an overhead in it. So, 2 strengths, 2 weaknesses. What does that mean? That means that, for the most part, this string is balanced. It's not broken like people try to act like it is. It's not anything dumb. It's not abusable. It's just good. Next thing. So that makes him resort to having to use this mid right here, which is good. It's a 12 frame mid, and I remembered that, just wanted to make sure. 12 frame mid that actually hits decently. Well, really good. It treats it like a mid is supposed to be treated, but it doesn't have a lot of range like the other one. But in my opinion, I think this mid is better to use up close than this one, like if you whip. And in my opinion, and I gotta make sure I say in my opinion, because you know how people get, I feel like that this is the better mid out of the two. It's more reliable. Like, still gonna mix up after it. You know, you just don't get the combo. I just feel like this mid is more consistent. And people should really start using this mid more. It's not as punishable as using this one. Like, if you whiff this one right here, if you do this string, minus 27. Well, not minus. The recovery is 27. So you get punished a little less if you whiff it, but obviously you don't got the combo mix-up within it. But to be honest, when do you see people using Kabal like as a mix-up character? Like, if you are, you're not playing him right. Like, he can throw this low out sometimes for conditioning, but if you're playing Kabal purely off the fact that this is a mid overhead, you're playing him wrong. So I feel like this is more reliable. MK11 is more about short mix-ups, like not mix-ups in the full combos. It's like boom, low here at the end of this string, overhead here, you know, stuff like that. But one thing I will mention about Kabal is this jump in is broken. It is an absolutely broken jump in. That is just a dumb jump in. If they nerfed it, I wouldn't even be mad as long as they buffed him in some other department. But this jump in is just ridiculous. It's kind of too good. It goes too far, and that is the only thing broken about him. But like I said about Jade, just because somebody has a broken tool, that doesn't make them a broken character. This crap is abusable, but I don't think this mid is, like I said earlier. But if I said Kabal doesn't have anything abusable earlier, which I don't think I said, this jump in is abusable. So in case I said that, I'm correcting that now, but I don't think I did. But it's not anything, you know, that's gonna get you wins. It's just gimmicky because they have to figure out different ways to anti-air you and stuff, or try to trip guard you. And then he also has this good jump in to complement it. The mid is just, I mean, the jump in is just absolutely amazing. And if they toned it down, I would not be upset because it's honestly too good. See, people, that's what you call being unbiased. If I was a biased person, I would be like, nah, he needs it. Like, no, he doesn't need it. He's already very solid, so he doesn't need this abusable jump in. It's broken. Next thing, this right here. He has above average meterless damage. It's a good thing about him. Do this right here. I don't know why the dash isn't coming out. Boom. That's really good damage for no meter in this game. And the fact that he has access to that and it's a throw bait or a shimmy is very good. But it's not anything too broken. It's just a tool that he has. It's good. It just is. And what people need to realize is a character that has a lot of good things don't make them broken or anything. Matter of fact, I don't even think this character is debatable top 5. He's just not. Just a very solid pick. And I keep mentioning this is because I don't want this character to be upplayed anymore. You're taking away all the hard work that these Kabals are putting in, you know, learning this character. And it's not hard work specifically learning the character. It's hard work fighting other top tiers with this character. I can't think of one top tier besides Garrus that he just does really good against. But that's mainly it about the video. I don't want to keep going on and on about it. It's just the fact of the matter is Kabal is the most overrated character in this game, and it needs to stop. He's good. He has all the tools you need to fight most of the cast, or I would say more than half, but he definitely struggles in some matchups. The way Foxy said it is he struggles in matchups where he has to come to you, and he definitely has his weaknesses that need to be pointed out more by the community, and I just feel like he's a solid pick if you want a nice, solid, safe character. That's my opinion on Kabal. If you enjoyed the video, don't forget to like, comment, subscribe. Check out my Twitch and my Patreon, and Nickopz out.